Welcome to Reno, Nevada, where the stakes are high, as well as the High Desert Waterfowl Classic. And out in the valley of Carson City, the retriever trials are down to the wire, and the last 5 teams to prove the best will rise to the Crown Championship held this year in Central Arkansas. Back at Sportsman's Warehouse, the Ducks Unlimited Superfly has made its cuts in the Superfly Finals, and the duck and goose calling competition is well underway. You want a free sample? There it is. It's all coming your way in the SRS Championship Series. Hello again, this is Craig O'Neill, joined by Justin Tacken. And Justin, while the handlers review the course, let's review the handlers.
Outstanding hunting dogs in this series. Scott Greer right there from Friendship, Tennessee. Duck hunts every day. There's your other big duck hunter. Chris Brenniger, Sinbad, very talented dogs. I look for those two guys to carry it home. Brody Best, serious duck hunter as well. Ike could pull it off. And here comes another Missouri Tiger, Lyle Steinman with Reby and Jack. Unbelievably talented dogs.
All right, if you need a scoreboard, we got one of those for you, absolutely free of charge. That's the trophy that they're going for, and here are the 5 dogs that are going to be running for it. Jack, Reby, Candy, Ike, and Sinbad. Remember, top 3 go to the Crown Championship in Central Arkansas. What are they facing? Well, for that, we go to the Sport Dog Brand Virtual Course.
Thanks, Craig. We've done 2 all-age stakes in the first and third series. The second series was an actual hunt test scenario. A lot of control involved. This is where the hunting savvy comes in. We're going to find the dog that can do it, just like hunters all across the country do every day of duck season. Check out the Sport Dog Brand Virtual Course. Stay with me. It's a little sticky. I'll try to get you through it. Here's how it goes. Dog comes to the line. You got a bubble gunner right here. 2 marks. One's going to slide right here in front of them. One's going to go long over the top. Bam, bam, the bubble gunner's going to hit them. Second and third marks come out at the same time from the same hide. One comes out about 5 yards. The other one comes out probably about 40, 45 yards. Big wide open space. Fifth and final bird is long at about 120 yards. The dog's got to be able to mark off a gun barrel to pick this bird out. It's going to be very difficult. The dog that can get through this has proven that he's a great trial dog, a great test dog, and maybe most importantly, a great hunting dog.
So that's what the handlers and the dogs are faced with as we bring Chris Brenniger to the line with his dog Sinbad from Ashland, Missouri. Justin.
Very good dog here. I mean, this dog's really coming into its own, but this is a difficult scenario. If you looked at the way that test laid out, it kind of funnels you. And the way these judges have done it, they're going to shoot birds right and left. So you got a quad sitting out in front of you. You've got to be able to look down that tube and see that long bird. The dog that can remain focused, relaxed, and look down the tube and see that long bird will take this thing home. And Chris Brenniger and Sinbad have a great shot to do it.
In this scenario, the name of this game is Get the Long Bird.
That's got to be it, because everything else, if you had to, I think you can line to if they can keep the dogs focused. There's your second and third marks, third and fourth marks going out right there. Right. Long bird right there. Here we go.
And the dog knows the long bird's the challenge.
Right. Now I looked right there and I noticed one of those birds went a little bit long. The way that wind's blowing, I think it may have gone a little long on him. He's going right by it. That's right where the bird was supposed to be.
Is he going short first?
No, he's not going short. He's going to pick up what I think is the second most difficult bird. That bird on the left, which is actually bird 4, super well placed, but I think that throw went a little long.
Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it again, Justin.
This mark right here, watch it. It actually lands about, I mean, this is going to sound ridiculous, probably about 6 inches farther than it should, but the way the wind's blowing, it's blown it back in cover. Sinbad lost it, forgot about it, whatever. He's having a horrible time handling to this thing.
And unfortunately for Chris, the test dog was not confronted by this when Chris watched the test dog, so that adds to the degree of difficulty now for Brenniger to get his dog Sinbad back on course.
You know, and the judges know exactly where they want that mark to be, and if it's a little long, a little short, normally they will call no bird, so in their opinion, that bird's good enough.
Still, to have 28 faults. Only 28.
Oh, see, but he's having a difficult time here. And what happens, Craig, is you kind of break that rhythm. It's kind of like a pitcher going out on the field and walking the first 4 batters. It's almost impossible to recover when you have that difficult and tough a start.
And look at Sinbad. He's still full of energy, Justin. He has no idea he's off rhythm here.
Sinbad's pretty proud of himself right now. And you never know. This may turn out, and what's pretty sad, he's getting ready to smash this thing. He's still got one bird to go. But the sad part is Chris has driven, 30 hours, and to have a bad break like that. But that's this game. There's a lot of variables, and it can help you and it can hurt you. You get that bird that's a little bit closer than everybody else's, or you can see, or the sun's shining on it. It can make all the difference in the world.
Here's the long one. Let's see how much work it takes for this dog to get it.
And if you'll remember, Chris sent the dog on back. So what he's saying, hey, Sinbad, I know you didn't see that bird. The dog that can see that bird and pick it up cleanly, I'm telling you, is the one that's going to take this thing home.
If you knew nothing about the sport, if you watched it, you would realize that dogs do have memory. It may not last long, but they do have a memory.
Birds wasn't even close to where they fell on the test dog.
Chris right there mentioning that did not fall where the test dog's birds fell. He's a little upset, and he has every right to be.
45 faults. Technically, it's the leader, but we've got more dogs, more handlers to come. Let's see how they do next.
The Super Retriever Series is brought to you by Avery. Welcome to your life. Eukanuba. Make a good dog great. Sport Dog brand. Gear the way you design it. And by these fine sponsors: Ducks Unlimited, Zinc Calls, Creative Answer, Dog Lovers Wine Club, and by Silver Legacy Resort and Casino.
Welcome back to Carson City, Nevada. All right, we're going to bring Rody Best to the line with his dog, Ike. Hey, Rody, you ready?
I'm ready.
Good timing. There's no Taylor burning on that zinc call. Sounds great. Getting us all ready to shoot a few ducks here.
Mark?
We'll see what kind of lessons Rody learned from watching earlier.
Yeah, I promise you learned something. And Ike's a very different dog than Sinbad. He's a lot more methodical, a little bit more relaxed. This may suit him a little better if he's got the juice to get it all done.
Why would a relaxed dog be better?
Now, I want you to look right here at this mark. Boom, right there. That's where Sinbad's mark was supposed to land, and that's why Brenniger left the line a little upset. It's possible, just an opinion, but maybe the judges should have called a no bird right there.
Good boy.
So a relaxed dog will
That's
be
right.
able to cope with even a bad throw.
That's right, and you'll notice, Rody's, there's a couple different ways
Good
you
boy.
train a dog, and Ike is one of those kind that you train with some pom-poms.
All right, there's our scoring system. And you see how we apply these points on faults.
Minor and
Good.
majors,
Drop.
you do something really bad, they give you a
Good.
5. You do something kind of bad, they give you a 2. But again, that's what makes Rody Best a great trainer. He's got great versatility. Ike is one of the most people would find a dog like Ike very difficult to train because you've got to really make him feel
Good boy,
good.
Ike.
And the more confidence
Here.
he has,
Good.
he really starts to shine. And I think
Here.
that's why Ike and Rody have really come to their own the last few years, because he's figured out how to get Ike going.
Finished 10th in the Crown Championship last year. Actually won the qualifier in Hot Springs, or came in second in the qualifier in Hot Springs, and doing real well here with only 2 faults after 2 birds.
Doing a great job. Got a little handle of the area right here. In other words, the judges expect them to get to the area of the fall on their own, to remember that bird and pick it up. A lot of stuff going on here. 5 birds falling,
Attaboy.
2 sets of birds coming out simultaneously. So very, very difficult scenario to mark all 5. But then again, if you're going to be an SRS champion, you got to figure it out.
Good.
All right, here we go. This is a true
Back.
test.
Long bird, he sent him again on back. In other words, just run a straight line for me. I expect to have to handle here, so let's see how well he does. That happened a little quicker than I would expected. He's fading left pretty bad.
So why is that? Why do dogs tend to fade left?
It's not that they tend to fade left, Craig. It's just suction. In these particular tests, if they'd thrown more birds to the right, but these birds are all going, for the most part, especially when you get into that heavy cover, to the left, and he's having a difficult time, I think, getting Ike to see him here.
Yeah, it's behind those weeds now, so he can't see.
That's right.
Rody.
He's standing on top of that rough stand. There could be skyline there. He's going to get down here and see if he can get the cast. It looks like he got it. Good job handling. You give the cast 2 or 3 times. You're not sure if the dog sees you. Get somewhere. Move. Get his attention.
And the dog stopped. The dog looked up. The dog sees Rody, and the dog's got the bird. And that performance is going to put Rody Best and his dog Ike squarely on top of the leaderboard, and Rody likes it.
Yes, sir. Attaboy. All right. All right.
Okay, now you're going to see a real contrast. Watch the contrast in handlers.
Sit.
You had the friendly, outgoing Rhodey Best. Now listen to the
Sit.
businesslike
Now
Lyle
mark.
Steinman. Listen
You got
to
to
this.
mark. Sit. All right, Taylor, let's get it. Sit, mark, 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 sit, 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 mark, mark, sit, mark, sit, mark, sit, sit, sit. Now
Mark both
mark,
those?
mark, mark,
2, 1.
Mark.
See your head move. Good. You saw them
sit.
both.
Now way
that
out.
bird actually
way
went a
out.
little long there.
Mark,
Very
mark,
difficult mark to pick up cleanly. Oh,
sit.
I don't
Sit.
think I don't
Easy.
think she ever pulled off and saw the
Easy.
long
Now
bird.
listen to me.
She was looking on the right bird.
Easy. No, here. Easy, right here. Easy. Ribby.
It's amazing how Lyle handles the dog even while the dog's watching.
Here.
He's handling the
Here.
dog,
Easy.
making sure the dog remembers.
He's
Sit.
in control,
Sit.
and he is leaving absolutely no doubt
Ribby.
to the retriever who is running the show up there.
It almost sounds like Lyle is mad.
Yep. But he's not. This is how he communicates with his dogs on a regular basis. They're not
Here.
intimidated. They understand exactly what he's
Here.
telling them. He's bringing
Here.
them back to reality. He's not letting
Here.
what the judges have tried to do
Easy. Here.
bother his
Heel.
dogs.
Heel.
And it works.
Here.
You can't argue
Here.
with success.
Sit.
She does not remember
Sit.
this bird.
Sit. Drop.
The first two
Easy.
picked up.
Here.
He's pulling her
Sit.
off the left-hand bird
Easy.
because she did
Here.
show remembrance. He's
Easy.
looking at those ears.
Here.
He's communicating. He's listening to what she's telling him.
So when he's looking
Ribby.
down, he's setting up the line, also looking at what his
right.
dog's paying
That's
attention
right.
to.
That's exactly what he's doing, and he's listening. See, he's letting his dog tell him, "Hey, I remember that bird, or I don't." And she did not remember this bird, and he literally picked that mark up. That's Lyle Steinman picking that mark up right there. Outstanding job
Easy.
handling
Go in there and
that
look for
dog
it.
from the line.
Easy.
That's what the great ones do. Great job.
You can't beat that. No faults at this point.
Now he knows he got a bad bird here. Very tough bird, went a little bit long. Let's see how he handles it. He's not going to let what happened to Chris Brenniger happen to him. And that's the beauty about running behind someone.
You can prepare
You bet.
for this obstacle. And look at that.
Got it.
Dog's got it with only 7
Come on now.
faults and the long bird to go. Folks, you're watching a masterful run.
Come on.
And I'm not trying to take anything
Sit.
away from Reby here, but
Now
Steinman,
way out.
he's
Sit. Way out.
good at the line.
Sit. No. Way out. No. Way. Here. Sit. Back.
There's a lot to get distracted on here. A lot that can pull you away. We've already seen it in the first 2 runs.
Think about this. We've got 2 birds on the right, 2 birds on the left. They picked them both up. She's resisting the suction. She's taking his line.
Now look for it. Please look for it. Please look for it.
Lyle takes the whistle out and is going to let Rebby do
Bam!
all the work.
Get
And
you some of
got
that,
it.
baby.
Oh,
Woo!
man. And listen to Lyle.
Good job! Woo!
I feel good. That's going to be very, very, very tough to beat.
He may be businesslike, but he's still emotional when a dog does what you just saw
job.
Rebby do. A fantastic performance. Here's the scoreboard. Rebby with only 7 faults. That's going to be tough to beat. Also tough to beat, our Ducks Unlimited Superfly. We're coming back with it next.
To set your soul on fire.
Welcome back to the High Desert Waterfowl Classic at Sportsman's Warehouse is where we are for the Ducks Unlimited Superfly competition. Hello there. We got a nice crowd that's turned out on their Saturday shopping day to watch a real dramatic competition. We're in the last round and the last jump of the finals, and Tang and Tracy are in a tight race with their dogs Kona and Henry. Here you see the scoreboard. You can see how tight it is. By the way, Tang and Tracy are married, so they're bragging rights at the dinner table here.
Husband and wife, 2 rescue Chesapeakes. Both these dogs are rescued. They've come from a pound or a shelter of some sort. Big jumping dogs, and 2 very different color Chesapeakes.
So I wonder how competitive they are with each
Oh,
other.
you know it's got to be big time. Let's go get up, big dog. You know, the throw was really big by Tracy.
And he gets some big air there.
He did a good job.
20 feet, 5 inches for Tracy and her dog Kona. She seems to like it, although she's kind of getting a shower.
Pretty good technique there. But here we go. Henry's got ups. Big ups.
Tang wins. His dog Henry.
Watch this boy fly. Got those ears laid back for aerodynamic. Get up, Henry.
Oh, yeah. Did a little twist there at the end for effect. Watch this. He's up, and I twist. Anything to get that bird.
Oh, it's so cool.
24-8.
Wow, that's amazing. There you go, man. Bringing it home. I mean, you know they had first and second. They got the Superfly deal in the West wrapped up.
And I think they're headed to Central Arkansas for the Crown Championship. There you see your champions. One of those dogs could be our Superfly champion overall. But let's go back to the field. We've got Scott Greer coming to the line.
Very, very serious duck hunter. I mean, this guy hunts every day of duck season. His regimen is get up at 4 o'clock, go duck hunt until about 8 or 9, start in on those dogs and train till dark and get up and do it all 60 days of the Tennessee duck season. Candy, very talented, has had great success, is yet to win an SRS.
There you see the bio for Candy and Scott Greer.
She is one of Liza's puppies. A lot of people remember Scott's Liza that he had absolute fantastic success with, competed in a number of great outdoor games, crown championships.
Now, can a dog from a litter, a championship litter like that, actually be a benefit to the handler because he kind of knows what the problems are going to be by virtue of DNA?
That's right. Train them the same. Candy's very talented. Very good marker. You got to get her to look out long. See him waving that gun barrel, trying to get her, pull her attention, go long. She's looked back to the right bird.
Candy.
She seems a little distracted.
She can do her thing now. She can mark, and that's what she does very well. She's got a super set of peepers on her. Oh, don't do it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
She switched.
You just saw the switch, and that means instant disqualification. Let's watch again in slow motion here. Justin, tell us what happened.
Turn your back for a second to put that gun up. The timing was all wrong. She pulls in there before you get a whistle. There's your switch right there. Immediate disqualification. Horrible, horrible luck.
And you can see what it does to the scoreboard. It means that Candy is out. Lyle Steinman continues to lead with one more dog to go. Let's see how he does when we come back.
The Super Retriever Series has been brought to you by Sport Dog brand. Gear the way you design it. Eukanuba. Make a good dog great. Avery. Welcome to your life. And by Mossy Oak. Mountaintop Custom Kennels. Sportsman's Warehouse, Stanwood Motorsports, and Splash Dog.
Avery's Welcome to Your Life is all about the High Desert Waterfowl Classic and its calling contest. You see Stuart McCullough right there from California, an Avery Pro staffer. Outstanding job here, made it into the finals. Remember, the winner from this event will go on to Stuttgart in the World Championship. Stuart McCullough goes on, advances into the World Championship, which we'll see right after Thanksgiving in Stuttgart, Arkansas. The Goose Callers were out in force as well. Wade Walling, this is actually John David Stanley, but Wade Walling ends up taking that home, and he'll appear in Easton, Maryland at their World Championship.
All right, let's get back to the line. Lyle Steinman brings Jack with him. He's already qualified 2 dogs for the Crown Championship. There you see his resume.
Jack's an outstanding dog. If you remember, Danny Farmer handled him to an SRS victory last spring. Lyle Steinman's doing the training and the handling now.
Mark here. Sit.
Golly, that
Sit.
long
Now
bird,
way out.
It
Way
seems
out.
it's falling farther
Mark.
left. Oh, Jack never took his eyes off the short right-hand bird. Never took his eyes off of it.
He's really interested in that one. Isn't that funny how they can just draw a bead on one particular bird and they just can't get off of it? Even an accomplished dog like Jack.
It's like a vacuum. Got his attention. Something about that one was very special to Jack.
And listen to Lyle now. Lyle wants to make sure Jack maintains his focus. Listen.
Here, you got to settle down. Quiet. You settle down.
Before he sends him again, he's going to get his focus. Isn't that remarkable?
He's a great handler. He's truly a great handler. One of the very best at the line there's ever been. And the guy's just a little over 40 years old.
Here. Easy.
You know, the Crown Championship, the way things are going, could turn into just the Lyle Steinman show.
If he puts this thing together and it goes like it looks, whoa, we got a little trouble here. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, maybe I talked too early.
Let's see. I doubt.
Back.
Got to get his focus again. Jack's high right now. He's really excited. right there. Okay. Yeah, like you said, if Steinman keeps on this current pace, this is the first qualifier of the year. He might have
Jack.
3 dogs in the Crown Championship already. I don't know, though. Things don't look like they're going great. He's going to have to make a heck of a recovery. At his current rate, he's starting to stack them up a little bit.
Can a dog waiting to go on hear all the whistles and commotion and get more and more pumped up and out of focus because he's too energetic by the time he gets to the line?
That's right. It happens quite a bit, and you'll see most good handlers park way away from the line. They park a long way away from the line.
What you don't see is when the handlers are about to go on, they're in a holding blind. They're back just a few feet from the starting line.
He's getting ready to kill this thing, Craig. Watch this. Look at this. He's going to pick this longbird up clean. You talk about a recovery, and I promise you, I know that he did not see it. He smacked it. Unbelievable.
Amazing.
Steinman has.
Gosh, Jack, and look at Jack. Second place. Steinman qualifies both dogs. He's in first and second here in Reno.
This guy's, right now, I don't know that there is anybody on earth that knows anything about a retriever that can stop him.
We got the callers, we got the dogs, we got the flyers, we got it all going on as we now move our location to Martin, Tennessee. Join us next week.